The costumes at the White House Halloween celebration this year were incredible, amazing. Donald Trump is making Halloween great again. I haven't had this much fun watching trick-or-treating at the White House since, well, the last time Donald Trump was in office. When Joe Biden did it, I don't know if you remember, Joe Biden was just crazy. He would just eat the kids. Donald Trump and the First Lady, they don't do that. They brought class back to the White House for Halloween. It all started, of course, when they walked out like the king and queen of Halloween, looking fantastic and excited to welcome all of their guests, trick-or-treaters and Halloweeners. And oh, look, there's even that's like a couple of Harry Potter kids. It looks like, I didn't know Harry Potter was still a popular costume. Then there's a bunch of princesses. Is that kid a pencil? What is that? That kid looks like he's a pencil. I don't know what that's like. I guess being a pencil is, something that kids are. But Donald Trump and Melania, they had some great people show up, and the creativity was amazing. Look at this costume. This was not only a fan favorite, but I love it because it's on brand. A kid came dressed up as a McDonald's drive-thru worker with a full McDonald's. I mean, this is not the kid, the parents. I mean, I've done this. My kid wanted to go as a UPS driver once, so I built him a UPS truck costume. But look at this. These parents were like, we're going to the White House. We're dressing you up as a McDonald's drive-thru worker. And this kid's like, whatever, as long as I get candy. But come on. How great is that? How great is that? That is an iconic Trump moment. And again, these parents know they're going to go viral. They know, you know what we're going to do? We're going to be famous. We're going to go to the White House we're going to dress you up as a McDonald's drive-thru, and we're going to be the stars of the show, and our photos and videos are going to be everywhere. And clearly it worked, because here I am showing their photos and showing the videos as well. This was another interesting costume. It says wide load, but upon closer review, it's an inflatable toilet costume. And I don't know if you can see this. But it's actually, look at that. The kid actually kind of has like inflatable legs. So when you walk up, it looks like you're a person sitting on the toilet. And look at Donald Trump's, look at Melania's like, whatever. She's very sweet to all the kids. She's like, here's your candy, toilet boy. But then Donald Trump has the best reactions. Look at this. He's like, you want this candy? All right, I'm going to give you the official White House candy. And then you're going to turn around and walk away. And I'm going to stare at you and be like, this kid's a toilet. And he's like, what? Who dresses their kid up? Like a toilet? But again, it's a head-turning costume. This was a great one too. President Donald Trump loved this one. Some kid dressed up as a flag. I don't know if it was a flag or like a tube flag. You know what it is? It's a firecracker maybe. I don't know what it is, but it's red, white, and blue. It's stars and stripes. And Donald Trump's loving it. He's like, look at you. It's definitely attention getting. And of course, when you meet the President of the United States on the cusp of the 250th anniversary of our country, and you dress up like a big red, white, and blue thing, you're going to get noticed. Also, I'd like to be honest. I'd like to point out these inflatable costumes are really the thing. And I guess this just shows how technology has come so far, because now you can walk around with a portable inflatable fan. And I guess it keeps you cool too. It looks like a transformer. Anyway, let me show you this one. This is one of my favorites. Donald Trump brought back the candy on the head with a kid that looks like he's Deadmau5 or Marshmallow Head or whatever that DJ rapper. There's a banana next to him. But Donald Trump, you may remember the first time he was in office, he went viral with this video of him this was great. An inflatable minion came up, and President Trump just put the candy bar on his head, and then the First Lady's like, okay, and then they fell into this little girl's bag. It was really kind of an interesting moment. It's one of my favorite moments of Donald Trump's presidency was when he put, this will never not be funny to me, President Donald Trump putting the candy bar on the minion's head for no reason whatsoever, and Melania going, okay, I'm game. But look, he did it again this year. This was him reenacting that moment. And this Marshmallow Head one wasn't as into it. You could tell Donald Trump's like, look, here's what you're going to do. I'm going to put this on your head and you're going to walk away. And trust me, kid, you're going to go viral. In fact, here's Alec Lace reposted the cross section of the two. And it is, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of funny. But you know what it is? It's great to me, and it's very exciting that 4 years later or 5 years later, we're right back in the same spot with the same people doing the same thing, because that's what this country. Look, he's even wearing the same suit red tie, blue suit. Melania in her over. Very, very. That's very nice. It's not just Donald Trump though and Melania. Look, Caroline Leavitt, press secretary Caroline Leavitt. She showed up. She wandered in. She's like, I want to have some fun. I'm bringing. She's got a new son, so she's there with her husband, and they're meeting and greeting Melania. She got some candy for her kid, although I know her kid's not nearly old enough to eat it. She's gonna be one of those parents that's like, I'm going trick or treating, and then I'm just gonna eat all the candy. But you know, with that, this is what makes the White House so great. When Joe Biden was there, didn't nobody want to go see Joe Biden? I don't remember Corinne Jean-Pierre bringing. Well, I don't think she was a black lesbian woman. I guess Corinne Jean-Pierre didn't have kids because she's a black lesbian woman. But I wouldn't either, because you know what would happen? Joe Biden would bite him. Here he is. That's why. If Caroline Leavitt brought her kid to see Joe Biden, this is exactly what would happen to that kid. And that is why nobody brings their kids to Joe Biden at Halloween. Look at this though. This is cute. This just goes to show again how far we've come. Here's Melania Trump, the first lady, and these little girls come up and they're like, "Oh, we want some candy." And Donald Trump says, "Oh, here you go." And they would like, "Can we give you a hug?" And they're like, "Yes, here you go. Have a little hug." And I thought it was a very sweet and tender moment. And these kids are like, "Thank you, President Donald Trump. You're an amazing person. And, give me a hug." There you go. And it's not creepy or weird or anything. He's just like a grandpa. "You want one too? All right, here you go. You can have a hug," because who doesn't want a hug? Look at that kid. He's like, "Oh, I got to hug President Trump, and I got a candy bar." But that's a far cry again from, well, biting. See, this is the difference. Donald Trump hugs the children tenderly and in a grandfatherly manner. Joe Biden bites the children like they're chicken wings. I mean, it really is just, I don't know why this ever even happened. I just don't know why this ever even happened. Anyway, back to Donald Trump. This is one of my favorite moments. Donald Trump, he's looking around, he's looking at the guards, he gets a little distracted, and this little girl's like, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, do you have the candy? Excuse me, candy man." He's like, "Oh yeah, sorry." That's my favorite. She's like, Donald Trump's talking to this person, talking to this person. She's like, "Where's my candy bar?" She's like, "Excuse me," just grabs him. "Sir, you're forgetting. I'm here. I'm down here." And Donald Trump's like, "Oh yeah, here you go. Here's your candy bar." And then he looks back up the stairs at, I guess, whoever's there. That's kind of cute. And then look at these two. These two kids went super viral because they came dressed as President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump. You can see there's one kid with the red hat and the blue suit. He's President Donald Trump. And then next to him, she'll walk into the frame in just a minute, is a girl dressed as Melania Trump. And there they go. And there, look at that. It's mini Trump and mini Melania Trump at the White House for Halloween. Two children dressed up as Trump and Melania Trump. I got to tell you, there's no place better for Halloween than the White House. And then, of course, it was after all the candy was handed out, after all the kids were taken care of, Donald Trump says, "Thank you." Melania's like, "I'm out." She's like, because Donald Trump always, he does the double take, but she's like, "I'm out. This was so much fun. Thank you so much. Let's go." Couple last photos. The Marines are standing there. Donald Trump's wishing happy Halloween. He's fist bumping a couple people, air fist bump. He salutes the Marines because thank you so much, Marines. And then that's it. The photographers go in and they're putting a lid. They're putting a lid on another successful Halloween at the White House. And the Marines are inside and the doors are closed.